everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. Thank you for tuning in on a Saturday. So excited to be with you as always. I've got April Coleman in the studios.
Got it.
And yours truly, Ryan Coleman. We're here as a team on a Saturday with you. Hopefully you guys have a little time to listen to us on this Saturday. Got a good show for you. A little football this evening.
Well,
is it
tonight.
Hey, is that 9 o'clock, right? Is that the game time?
It's 9 o'clock. It's not even in the evening
We've
time.
got plenty of time for Real Estate with Ryan. I said
That's
there's no excuses today. We can zone in on that real estate, pregame, be ready.
Yes.
And by 9 o'clock tonight, we should have an exciting event.
I was super excited.
It's going to be exciting, man.
I know. I heard a little news about some great Alabama player that has left the team.
Oh, no.
To the recruiting stage.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I guess he signed up to be moved to another team. And then I heard, look, I'm on
Sports Center. Oh, we got a Sports Center.
And then everybody was saying that because these top teams have all the top players, that they all don't get spotlight as much as they need to. And so they kind of get mad because they're not in the game, even though they're, 5-star rated athletes and players, that's top recruits. And they just go on to another team that they're going to be able to get some play time. So, probably for the future of the NFL.
Hey, look, man, we got our tee messed up here.
Oh, man.
So
we do.
there.
Yeah. The football tee was messed up on our camera.
Yeah, Smokey was lonely over there. So you guys on the radio, if you're hearing me, we got the studio set up. We got Smokey on here and got the football and the power tee there.
You got it. So anyway, that's enough of that.
Show our school pride there.
We do.
Yeah.
So maybe that guy come over to UT. I mean, you never know.
You never know. Well, thank you guys for tuning in with us. We appreciate you guys. So we've got a good topic. We got some congrats. So what are we talking about today, April? I know we do, as we're closing the last part of the year out, it is officially middle of October.
It is.
Halloween. Before you know it, we're in the last 2 months of the year.
Exactly. We are.
I was telling April, I don't know where this year's gone. Really, I mean, it just seems like it flies by. October's always busy for us.
Yes.
So it's, my mom was born in October. My wife, I see all the great ladies in my life.
There you go.
My mother, my daughter, and my wife were all born in October.
Yes.
So October is special for us. So.
I know, and it's the busiest.
And it is the busiest. So it's stressful at the Coleman house.
It is, always. Plus all these people that we're putting under contract.
So let's do that before we go into our show, but it's a good one. We're going to talk about the housing market at the end of 19 and what we're projecting in 2020. We're going to talk about the building industry. Are permits up? Are they down? What are we seeing? Is there still affordable housing? Is that out there? How about our sellers out there in the market in the last part of the year going into the first part? What should we do? Is there some thoughts there about the market?
Exactly.
I think April's got some stats in the Knoxville surrounding county areas. We're going to go over Knoxville specifically, kind of give an inventory look of last year versus this year.
Exactly.
Kind of run some numbers and see where we're at. But first, we'll play some congrats to our great clients.
Congrats and some new listings. I know. Let's see here. I'm not sure exactly. I always get my weeks confused, the pregnancy brain thing. But Malone Road out in Lenoir City, we put them under contract pretty quickly. And we're about to hopefully put them under contract with their house that they're going to buy. So congrats to them. And then Upton Drive, he is officially under contract. Congrats. Rolling Links with our friend Mark. He went under contract, and Ron's been running him around town to try to find him a house.
Mark's great. He's got 2 of his daughters, and we're looking, and it's eventful.
I bet it is.
So we were showing today, and you guys will laugh. It just younger. She's 16, and then the other daughter's 10 or 11.
Oh, okay.
And so we walk in the house, and we go through, and she goes, "Ew, old people live here." Oh, it's like really? It's like they're not. She was like,
"Oh, those 2 niggers, they made me laugh."
Yeah. So then we went to another house, and we were going through it, and she opened. It was a house built in '78, right? Older, a little dated, and she was like, "Dad, what is this?" And she pulls it open. She was like, "Honey, it's the stove. It's a stove. It's an oven."
No. Oh, bless.
And then you guys will like this. As we're walking out, this may make you really feel old. As me and Mark are walking out, I said, "Lord, things are changing." And we just got done before we got back in the studio, and we were leaving. And they had, have you seen these guys where the houses had these intercoms and the whole surround sound? And so they had old school tapes. And the daughter was like, "What is that, Dad?" It's like cassette tapes, well, you guys don't know about it. But he's like, but when we were older, that's what we didn't have, iPod touches and all these different things.
Before DVDs and CDs.
Oh, you laugh. He said DVDs. And you kind of get a kick. We'll get back on topic. But we were walking out the door. And she was like, DVDs, Dad? Like, we don't do DVDs. Like,
is DVDs old school?
And I said, Mark, is it going down that quickly? Mark, is it going down that quick? The DVDs are gone.
Oh, man.
And I guess everything's online and
Super
Netflix
digital.
or...
Yeah.
I said, Mark, it's getting tough. I said, how do you do it? He goes, you haven't seen anything. So
man.
I was coming back my daughter, and she's about to hit 5, and I said, I'm just seeing a little mini
no.
Kinsley over there going, oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the 10-year-old was like, well, one has a boyfriend and the other one doesn't, or has a pretend kind of boyfriend. I said,
pretend. How do you do
oh, no.
that? Oh, no.
No, yeah. I said, stick on
No.
soccer. She was soccer. I said, stick on soccer.
Luckily, Kinsley doesn't really like boys.
Anyway, let's get back. But I thought it was kind of funny.
Well, that's funny because we gave Kinsley a rotary phone that's old school and gave her a cassette tape to try to go ahead and introduce her to our 80s.
What's going on, guys? Is the world changing that quickly? Or are we getting that old that
Yes.
quickly? I don't know, but
that's because time's flying by.
time is flying by. The rest,
got it.
let's get into the rest of this.
Okay,
Congrats
so
for him.
so our great client, Robert, we put him under contract. He's buying a house.
Mr. Everman.
Yes.
He came from Oregon. So excited to help him. Avid listener of the show. Beat out multiple people.
He did.
Multiple
It was a
offers.
multiple offer. Mhm.
Real nerve-wracking for him. And so
did good.
excited.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a great house. So
Can I
excited
go
for him.
story time one more time?
Okay, story time.
So
That's fine.
you guys might like it. Listen, look, you guys listen to the shows enough, and I know you hear enough about politics, and we talk about finances and what kind of stocks you should get. See, when you tune into real estate, Ryan, you really never know what you'll get.
Never
We're going
know.
to try to not keep you bored. We'll talk about
Exactly.
some fun stuff. So let me tell you about what was I talking about?
Everman. Mr.
Everman. Yeah, I was just talking about Mr. Everman as we were walking through the property. Who knows what I was saying?
Yeah, funny
No, we
story.
were talking about Mr. Everman, and we went through that property and that process, and then came back to it, and we had the 2 or 3 contracts, and we were able to, get the offer accepted. And he was just saying, Ryan, I don't know how you handle all this and go through all this stress. Here's where it goes. So my wife has pregnancy brain. And I think it kind of relayed over on me. But what he was saying, so we were showing the house, and if you've ever seen us on TV, one of our newest commercials that we put out, and we talk about we don't want to see you stuck in the motel. So we were walking him through at the end, and if he's listening, I hope he'll get a giggle. He relocated down here. Didn't want to make a quick move, so he's kind of like in the motel in a temporary status. And he said, Ryan, I saw you on TV the other day. And then he said, well, you didn't want to leave me stuck in the motel. And I said, I'm in a motel. I was like, I didn't put you there. So just kind of funny.
He said, don't leave me in this
Don't
motel,
leave me here,
Ryan.
Ryan. You said you promised you wouldn't do it. So I just
great.
thought that was cute. I thought it was
That's
good.
really funny.
All right, who else we got to help?
Okay, so
congrats to
Pine
Robert.
Ridge, Pine Ridge just went under contract, and then we also have all these offers that are coming through that hopefully we can put under contract as well. So fingers crossed for that. No signed deals on either side. Watch out for our new listings. We post them coming soon on Facebook, on the Facebook page, on the Ryan Coleman and the Hometown, and so watch for those. I won't go through a list, but
Yeah, we have a lot of new inventory. We are pushing right along. Last month, we had our goal for 52, try to close out the rest of the year, and we are halfway or past halfway there.
in the 20s.
Super excited about our team, all the hard work that everybody's doing there. So follow us there, social media going on. So we got a good show. We'll talk about where the market is, where we seeing that, and some stats there. I'll talk about this and kind of give an idea of the Case-Shiller report, and we're talking about as a whole that we've seen the index actually increase from 2% down from 2.1% the prior month. Really the slowest rate of appreciation since 2012. Existing home sales rise 1.3 in August, and the market was expecting to see sales fall. We're getting into it. I think April's going to talk about it, that we're not seeing enough building. That surely really doesn't seem like the case that we seem here. Because it seems like they're building everywhere, right?
literally everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see a subdivision being built.
And I think
That's
some of
crazy.
that
But
says we're coming into the break. We got a few minutes to chat about that. But we did see between June and July of this year, home prices rose in 14 of the 20 cities, largest city. So that's pretty impressive.
that is.
And we have the big cities, and we'll go through all that. But basically, the Case-Shiller Index reported that home sales prices are up 3.2%, which is slightly higher than they were a year over year. That was a 3.1 gain. So
Yeah.
we're coming in a little bit of a break. But we're going to talk more about the housing market, what you got to do if you have your home on the market, what you can do if you're not getting the activity, things we can do to actually get a contract. And buyers, if you're looking for properties, don't fret.
That's
don't
right.
worry. There may be relief on the way.
You got it.
Stay with us. We're going to see you the other side of the break.
When it comes to the real estate market, turn to the experts that focus on you. With over 20 years experience, Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty knows what it takes. It's the right marketing. It's the right exposure. Ryan and April will use their expertise each step as they guide you through the home buying and selling process. Ultimately, it's about results.
You need someone you can trust that is committed to you.
You have a lot of choices, but the choice is simple. It's Hometown Realty.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
You found us a house yet?
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, guys, thanks for coming back to Real Estate with Ryan. If you're tuning in first time in the car, first time listening to Real Estate Ryan, it's me and April Coleman here, owners of Hometown Realty, and we try to bring you the up-to-date information in the market. And today we're talking about the housing market. Where are we going in 2020? Where are we at in 2019 as we close it out? What does it mean for buyers? What does it mean for sellers? We're talking all about that. In the first half, we were chatting about other things with some of our customers.
Some of our stories.
Some of our stories. But we were talking about the housing market, April, and kind of where are we at and what are we seeing across the whole country?
Well, if you remember from our show last year, I don't know if you listened last year, but we were talking about how buyers were very nervous. They were nervous about the upcoming year because sales prices were increasing. They were talking about rates increasing and rising like crazy, and buyers were not optimistic about the future. And it was just, maybe it was going to crash. I mean, nobody knew what was going on. And so the 2020 census, we have all of our information from economists and National Association of Realtors and stuff like that. So we have good sources that we look up. But the economists say that for the upcoming 2020, that the pricing is going to have a slow growth, so just a little bit. There is going to be moderate sales, and that new supply is going to be slow to market.
Okay.
So it's going to go up. So sales price is going to go up a little bit. Your home may be on the market for a little bit longer. You just never know. So I think we're kind of seeing that a little bit now, just kind of depending on the area and the house. So we have some areas that it seems like that we can get multiple offers, and once we hit it on the market, if it's priced right, it will go. And then we have some areas that it's priced higher, but it's in a good area and it doesn't go as quick, or it stays on the market longer. So we're seeing that already now, and they said we're going to see that a little bit more in 2020.
You know, it's tough because if you're out there working with buyers, and we've helped a lot this week, and we're just looking with Mark just a few minutes ago, and 90% of the homes are expected to stay the same through the next year. Mm-hmm. So there's not going to be the hole's not opening up, the market's not collapsing, we're not going to see collapsing. A 2008 or 2010 market.
No.
So we're not seeing a lot of that. And what do you do if you're a buyer? The market's sizzling. It's tough out there for buyers. It's been tough for a while. And some sellers in certain parts of the market.
Exactly.
If you're looking for a home, you understand that just as we helped Robert here just recently, you're in a bidding war.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating with the buyers because when I was working with our clients, it's, is there really multiple offers on 2 days on the property? Are they playing poker?
Right.
Do you know, and what offers best? How many offers? There's one question they was asking me, how many offers are there? You don't know, and it makes it tough. Or if you're that buyer that has missed out on multiple properties for whatever reason, just sometimes you need a closing cost, or the other offer was cash, or and you're an FHA financing, or whatever reason. It's kind of frustrating if you've ended up on the short end of the stick. And what do you do? I think the biggest thing, keep in mind that as I tell everybody now during this part of the season, buyers, obviously there's timing. So, you know, with a lot of our clients now, we've sold their house. Time is of the essence, right? You know, so
Exactly.
we have to find some. Some have elected to make it contingent. Some have not made it contingent. Some we've decided, you know, hey, we may rent something for a little while.
Right.
So just keep all that in mind. But opportunities, I think, from now till probably February, you got the real motivated sellers. You got real people that want to sell their property. One of the last properties we went through was an estate. That was kind of rough, but it's a property they're going to sell. All right?
Exactly.
It was massive square footage, needed little updates. It was really dated, but that may be a great value in the marketplace if you can get it for the right price.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'd say, you know, buyers, you know, keep the right mindset and understand that work with your agent. Work with a good agent to walk through that process because I think you're going to see some of those opportunities out there that you can still find good housing, good opportunities.
Right.
But at the same time, when you find the right deal and, you know, you've done your homework, you've done your comparison shopping, you can't hesitate on the right deal.
That's true.
Because it seems like somebody always
Never
is
know.
right around the corner.
Yes, and the census says, I don't know if it's Census Bureau, the economists say that buyers are more optimistic for the upcoming year because of the interest rates specifically are not where we had an interest rate scare at one point. That we don't have that now. It may go up just a tad bit, but it's going to pretty much either go down a little bit, up a little bit, or stay the same. So they have a really good opportunity, and they foresee that some more houses are going to be coming on the market.
What's an example in some of our Knoxville market? Let's look at last year's housing, the amount of inventory that came on the market last year. Let's go over some of the months, 17 to 18. And are we seeing more homes come on the market, less homes? What do the signs look like there?
The signs from 18 compared to 19, there were a lot less houses that came on the market for 2019. So I'll give you a couple of examples. For, let's say, June of 2018, there were 886 homes that hit the market last year, but this year there were only 592 homes that hit the market. So that's negative 294. And then another month was July, the next month. It was pretty much the same with a negative 314. So you can see that that's why buyers were so discouraged in 2019. There was just a significant amount of homes that were not on the market for them to choose from. So they would get into multiple offer situations where they just couldn't find what they were looking for, and the price was higher. And so also we have seen that they say that there are increase in houses that are hitting the market, especially with new construction. Like, it's slowly increasing in new construction, and it's getting there, and we need more and more on the market, but it's in that price range that is the 200s, 400s, somewhere around in there.
But you said something, I didn't mean to cut in there, but you said something about that even though that we see so much new construction and we think that things are booming so much, when the market changed back in 08 to 12 and 13, building pretty much stopped
Oh, it did.
across the board. So were that many people or millions of people across the U.S. behind?
Exactly.
And I think you were saying before we got on the air was, you know, even if they're building at that pace, there's a certain market that, let's just say, you know, that 250 and under, there's just not enough product of
Right,
that. And they just can't build it and get that product out enough.
They can't. And we've discussed for many times that we think it's because the land price is so high right now that they can only build upper end homes because they've got to recoup that money that they spent $2 million, $3 million on the land for.
Correct.
Or more. So we've talked about that, and maybe that's why that they're not building the lower end that we had seen, because when in 2008 I bought my home and it was a rancher and it was new construction, you know, and it was in the 120s or 30s, and you just don't see that as much now.
And I think that also you'll see some of this. What do we see in July and August on the months of, say, new properties coming on the market?
New properties. So July, like I said, it last year was 888 and this year was 574.
What percentage is that?
So that's a negative 314 percentage. Yeah,
Oh,
that would
wow.
be down here.
That's
Like-
tough.
Yeah, that's real tough. If I can
So-
draw my
so-
line over here, 5%.
Yeah, so, oh, wow.
Yeah, for July. And then August, or not 5%.
Yes, it's about
33.
32% change difference from July. Okay.
And then August was actually 47.9% negative.
Oh, wow. So
That's a lot.
you're seeing, and that's the challenge. And I think I chatted with Carla. We've got 2 minutes to kind of run through here, but we're doing a lot of refinances. People that are on the houses on the market, rates are really, really low, so they're refinancing. So maybe it didn't sell. We don't need to sell Ryan. We're going to keep it. We're going to refinance it, and they pull it off the market.
Oh, yeah.
Let's chat about buyers. If you guys are looking at the housing market, what does that mean for you guys? You got to be patient. Understand that pre-approval is king. Have your financing ready. Be solid. Stick with your budget. Understand that. Stay within your budget. Just because the market's going up, you're not winning those deals. Don't push yourself in a house that you can't afford.
Right.
Homeowners, how can we help you guys? Well, number one, make sure you guys don't borrow against your home equity. Just like anything goes up, it's bound to come down.
Exactly.
So understand, make sure you don't borrow against your equity. Understand that the average days on the market right now was 58 across the country. Keep in mind, work with your agent. If the home's not selling, more than likely you're overpriced.
Yes.
And
Keep an open mind about that.
Keep in mind that a lot of times it's pricing. And if you're not priced where we need to be, the longer that you sit on the market, buyers begin to wonder what is wrong with the property, especially even in any market that you're at.
Right.
So it's so important that we get in front of this market as we approach 2020 before the spring market and everything that hits the market, that we get where we need to be to actually cause us to sell.
Exactly.
And I think number three, we'll end with that. Stay patient. Trust your agent. Have a great agent working for you. They know the market. They're going to walk you through the process, and they'll keep you sane throughout this whole real
Hopefully.
estate.
That's kind of hard, but
Thank you guys so much for listening to Real Estate with Ryan. We've enjoyed you on a Saturday here. You can catch us every week. You know where to find us. If for some reason you missed this show, you can catch us on social media. We'll have it there for live replay. If you need us, it's an easy number, 693-SOLD, 693-SOLD, or you can visit us at ryancoleman.org. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We hope to see you next week.
happy Saturday.
Hey, see you next Saturday.